What's up, guys, and welcome to this week's episode of How Not to Summon a Dungeon Master. Previously on Justice League, A New Era. You're probably right. They need their dad, not the Batman.
Exactly.
My mission's over. And he walks out the room, turns at the last minute at the door. I've spoken to Max. I didn't want to tell you anything from the other side. We're proud of you. Watching the footage back of the original case, the flames parted very strangely, and there was a gap just for a split second, and smoke gathered around a human form before it joined the fire again, and the form vanishes.
Why did you hide, John? Why have you been hiding all this time? We've needed help. We've all lost a lot, John. Helmet. Show John what I've lost.
Where was this fucking fight? When we needed you? When our friends were dying? All around us? You're a goddamn coward.
I'll spit and walk out.
Mirror Noir has just exchanged right hooks with Martian Manhunter at Humphrey's Manor and told him he's a coward and a prick, and walked out, leaving Superman, Rumble, John, and the Martian Manhunter, John Constantine, in this room.
We're just going back to the Hall of Justice.
I heard Hall of Justice and thought, we're at the Hall of Justice.
No, I think that no words are necessary, and we'll just open up a portal to them.
Why do I feel like Apex is just like, ooh?
No, Apex isn't really like. I weren't here when all that was going down originally.
That's a good point.
Like, yeah.
John Constantine.
Although at the same time, I would be a bit like, dude, where you could have helped.
It's a very good point.
Dude, you could have helped. Like, but anyway, let's go.
Yeah, he's going to boom tubes.
No, I don't think anyone's saying anything. I think we'll just follow on behind him as he boom tubes away.
I would have walked out the door and you'd have heard a...
Yeah, we'll just follow on.
The three of you walk through. John Constantine follows through to the Hall of Justice. John's Martian Manhunter stays behind.
Oh, if he doesn't look like he's walking through, I'll just turn back before I step through and be like, "Are you coming with us?"
And he just invisible.
I haven't got time for this. I'll step through.
You can see him.
Oh, I can see him
If you change your vision slightly.
Oh, okay.
With your
X-ray.
Superman talents.
Like
And you see him drift down into the
Earth.
The room under the house where you kept your...
Oh, he's gone back to the trophy room.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'll leave.
Yeah, just leave him.
As I step through, I'll be like, Martian Manhunter isn't coming.
And the tube closes behind you. In here, you see a new face. There is a 6'2" built brick shithouse of a man wearing an owl costume. It looks reminiscent of Batman's, but the ears are the owl's kind of curvy, pointy ears rather than the two sticking out at the top like Batman's. So the mask curves over the nose with
like a
grey
beak.
And goes up to points at the side like an owl's ears do.
Mine looks sicker.
He has a big cape, but it's split into two. It's not one solid cape. So they're like wings. They're still scalloped like Batman's at the bottom. And he's talking to older Terry.
That's fancy.
He's stood a bit iffy.
Please tell me it's not another Batman.
As soon as I spot him, I'll just be like, Bruce.
And he turns and looks at you. My Clark, old friend.
I will
and
nod.
he offers a handshake to you.
I'd shake his hand.
Where are we?
Hell.
Which world is this?
They don't have numbers or lists.
Oh, okay.
You can just say the the parallel universe next door.
Yeah, we're in the universe next door. It seems to be the next universe that the Black Lanterns were looking to take over. It's followed us.
They've started here. We need a plan.
They've already got this world Superman.
Fuck.
I'm just piecing things together here, Apex, but is that your Batman
This is Bruce Wayne.
from your universe?
This is Owlman.
I'm going to just look at him and... It's
And
nice
he
to
is
meet you.
stern and cold, and he just shakes your hand.
Okay. And I'll take that back after.
Their Rumblebee's a woman.
The old tawny.
Changes. They got further than us.
Oh. He's progressive.
Their timeline progressed.
Progressive.
Their timeline progressed further than ours ever got to.
I'm going to literally turn to you and say that.
Stern face.
Let's try and keep it that way.
This is the new Green Lantern for this world.
Pleasure.
I nod. You know I'm just gonna nod.
You might
And he
recognise
is-
him. You might recognise him as our commissioner from our world, Mark.
Gotham.
Going through my head, I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I was commissioner at one point. But in this face, I'm like, yes.
Your insight will be useful.
Thank
if
you.
you're as good as ours.
Thank you.
Lasting this long, I'm assuming you're better. Where's their Batman?
He is with the Bat family. He's got hours left until he dies.
I need some things. I'm assuming you've got a base of operations.
I still have the Fortress of Solitude.
Perfect.
We have several operation bases.
I think we need to do this.
Can you take me to the fortress?
I can take you to the fortress.
Much appreciated.
I also have the helmet of Dr. Fate. I'm going to use it.
You're kind of wearing it.
Interesting.
He's kind of wearing it right now when he says this.
Let's go gather our things. See what this world Superman has to offer to stand up against this.
The fortress has got everything we need. And I boom tube away with Owlman.
And Owlman walks out with him.
Sweet. I'm going to talk to Tawny, if I may,
You may.
for a moment.
Do you mean Rumble? Tawny's in the other room.
This is the DCEEEEU.
You've got Rumblebee. The young girl is Tawny. Do you want Fran's character?
I do want
Or do
Fran's
you
character.
want Fran's sidekick?
I can't help it. I just always called you Tawny. I'll talk to Rumble. Girl version. Not guy version. I have to check myself before I wreck myself in this place.
Guy version's dead.
Yeah. Well,
Well, that narrows it down.
as we know. Until we know otherwise,
No, he's
he's
been
dead.
burnt now, hasn't he?
I took him to the atmosphere.
Yeah,
He's
Yeah, I got a...
Yeah.
He is nothing but ashes in the ether.
Also,
Cool.
I've had a notification come through. My ship's back.
Cool.
Humphrey's body's been burnt.
Good.
Fuck, right. Go ahead.
This John character,
Which one?
the one
Standing in the room with you right now.
Constantine?
that's hidden away again.
Oh,
The Martian Manhunter.
yeah. There's two Johns.
The other one's Constantine.
I'd call him Constantine.
Constantine.
I'd never call him John.
Right, okay. Yep.
We're going to have to deal with that at some point.
We will. But right now, we have Paula going back and forth from the future, bringing people to us. We've got groups up in space,
Has she got grey
training.
hair? Like at this point.
We've got the Bat family that are off recuperating their...
Playing catch.
Yeah. We've
No,
got a lot of things going on that right now we need to prioritise making sure that we've got a plan in place.
No, I'm just adding that to the list of after,
Yeah.
just in case.
Yeah. I think what we need to do now is work on a plan. We've got limited amount of time with Batman.
We've got the plan. We know what we're doing. We're just waiting now for the rest of the team.
Technically, if you've replaced your Batman with my one, you've got a full, fresh Bruce.
Fresh.
Well, he's been in a tank for a little while.
This one's out of
but-
the box.
Yeah. This
He's
one's
got that new Batman smell.
And he's not
Yeah.
Batman anymore, he's Owlman. So
Yeah.
your
Ah,
world
it's-
will have to get used to having an Owlman.
It's slightly off. It's not the same.
No.
In the owl cave.
We do still have.
Isn't it the
With
Erie?
the Owlmobile.
Wouldn't it be the Erie?
Sorry.
Sorry,
I was
we-
taking notes.
He said, is the owl cave called the Erie?
not the Bat Cave.
Yeah,
it's the
it's the
Erie.
Owl
It's the Avery.
It's just the owl cave.
Why is it not called the Erie?
It's the Owlmobile.
Where's
It is the Owlmobile.
The
June.
owl bike.
Yep.
Where is June and Sky now?
They're here in
In this room, or are they with Tawny
They're with Tawny.
in the other
So it's
little room?
you two and Terry in here.
Yeah,
Tawny is in the Kid Flash's
yeah.
treadmill room.
I think we should just leave everybody here to train.
and
Yeah.
get ready. We
I'm
have
not
the
here,
ability.
but I'm just saying, for the purposes of Lee keeping up with who the fuck is where,
We have the ability to keep.
we collect them, we
Everybody
drop
here.
them off, they go to the training room, they wait.
And John Constantine's with
And
us.
prep.
Yeah, John Constantine.
He is in the liquor cabinet of the Hall of Justice as we speak.
That's kept
where
under
Lee is
strict
also.
secret. Lock and key. That is kept under lock and key.
He's found your flask that you taped under the
He
table.
definitely hasn't. That's a secret flask and nobody knows about it.
Right, so everybody is training. I can't remember what it's called. What is it called? Where they're up in space?
The Watchtower.
The Watchtower. Thank you.
Yeah, that's where you've left the Titans to train
Train.
as
Train.
many
Yeah.
people as they can.
Yeah, so
Ye-
they're all training people.
Um,
So we have LeChain's here with us.
Yeah,
He's in the training room.
He's in the training room.
Training room, yeah.
What's Terry doing? Older Terry.
He's chilling by the table.
Right,
Ye-
and Constantine's in the liquor cabinet.
He's
That more than likely would be where he is.
sat at this table. There is no
Drinking.
liquor cabinet in the Hall of Justice,
But he's sat there.
but he is chill.
Okay. I want to go to my ship and get it prepared
Okay.
for battle.
How many hours have we got left? We said we have 48. I believe.
I think Batman said
He's got-
originally
I
that
thought
he's
it
only
was
got
6.
about 5 or 6 hours
Yeah,
now.
you're gonna have him for about half an hour before he kicks it. Is when I'm gonna bring him back to you.
And then we burn the body.
And that is for him to make a final plan with you guys. What's gonna happen?
Yep. 5 hours, right?
I think he went off with 5 hours left, but then you did the whole Humphrey Manor stuff, so maybe he's only got like 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, it's
Would
literally
be.
going to be about 2 hours.
You've had your
left.
Dr. Fate helmet as well that we got, which is good. So we've got about 2 or 3 hours, right?
Yeah.
I will probably turn around to you at this moment and say, I will be back with an hour to spare. I have a couple of things I need to deal with.
That's fine. I'm going to go to my ship and get it prepared. I want to make sure the med bay is up to date. I want to make sure everything is spot on because we may need that when we're in battle.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll do yours first.
Yeah.
And then yours.
Cool.
Yeah. So you go outside. Mm-hmm. There is a female stood outside, kind of at the bottom of the stairs of the hall, looking up at it.
Yeah.
She is in a blue and orange costume, and it's split in half down the mask.
Right.
She's got 2 swords on her back, and this massive hair coming out the back of the
Can I
helmet.
tell what her eyes look like?
They are just white. This is a full face mask.
So I'm going to stop as soon as I get...
You would recognize the colors
Yeah.
as the Deathstroke colors.
Okay, I'll stop. Can I help you?
And she looks up and she walks up the stairs to you, gets next to you, and she's probably half a foot shorter than you, indicating she's quite young.
Yeah.
My mum sent me. Apparently you need help. And she offers a hand to you, says, name's Deathstroke. Clicks a button on the side of her helmet and it opens up.
Yeah.
And you can see a woman underneath, quite young,
Yeah.
with half of her hair grey.
Right.
Offers her hand out and says her name is Serena Wilson.
I'll put my hand out, shake her hand. Yes, we need all the help we can get. And I'll take her through to the table.
Yeah, she follows you in.
Um,
She gets a bit confused when she sees Terry in a Batman suit.
yeah.
Kind of looks around the room. You got a training room here.
Yeah, just through there.
Cool.
Her and Lashane.
Thanks. And she wanders off to the training room.
Just so everybody knows, that's Deathstroke.
I wasn't here.
I'm announcing it to the room. I'm gonna go.
Hey
do what
team,
I was gonna
new member.
do.
New member, introduce yourself. Hi, my name's Deathstroke.
Deathstroke.
And I have a killing problem.
And I'm the murderer.
Yeah, you would
Hello,
assume from the
Deathstroke.
family she is a mercenary. for
Hi,
hire.
Deathstroke.
But it's really good that I'm upset her. I still want to go to my ship.
It's almost
Yeah.
like-
So you
And-
can go back.
okay.
So you will
Yeah.
get to your ship.
Do I meet another person on the
No,
stairs? Oh,
it's,
okay.
the door opens.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
And you look around, and this place is empty and clean.
Yeah. I know, but I want to make sure it's stocked.
Yeah.
I want to,
Do some tinkering.
Yeah.
Update it.
yeah, I want to do tinkering, technology-wise, make sure Queen is up to date
Yeah.
and everything. Do
Okay.
I need to roll for anything?
You do need to
Yeah.
give me a technology roll. And what are you updating?
Put some cannons on
Because
it.
this thing is pretty
Up to date.
advanced as it is.
Yeah.
Lasers.
What are you doing?
I want to make sure that the map part is up to date. I want to make sure that there is tracking, like tracking for the people we don't want, the dead people.
Right. So you're trying to track the Black Lanterns.
Yeah, I want to make sure that the
And how are
Queen is
you
up to
going to
date
track them?
using CCTV around the
Right. So you're going
the
to
globe.
ask Queen
yeah
to
Hack.
try and go through
CCTV.
in common areas for heroes, probably their home cities,
Yeah,
to try and find them
yeah,
if there's been sightings.
I mean, the
Yeah.
Watchtower could do that, right? So it'd be linked to the Watchtower systems.
can do that
Right.
and would have a better job of doing that
okay.
because it can access Wayne satellites.
Well, I
and
just
Wayne
thought
Tech, and Wayne Tech can access fucking everything.
military
They would be-
satellites
yeah.
and all that sort of
So
stuff.
your best bet is to uplink to the Watchtower
Yeah.
and get Queen access to the Watchtower
Ooh.
openly
yeah, yeah.
so that you can use the Watchtower's systems, which Bruce designed.
I'll do that.
That's what you got to do. Link
Yeah.
them.
Are you letting everybody know you're going to do this?
I'll tell them when they need to know.
Otherwise, you'll get an alert. The Watchtower's being hacked. Do
Well, that's kind of what I was just
Well, no,
worried
I'll
about.
ring through to the Watchtower.
you want to get Tawny to give you a hand?
No.
No, okay.
Bring through to the Watchtower. Bring. Watchtower.
I'll let the Watchtower know so they're fully aware. But I'm not gonna.
Who's there?
Other
the
Titans.
Teen Titans are there.
Yeah.
So many.
Yeah, the Titans are there and they're training youngsters. You've got about 30 people on the Watchtower.
Oh, okay.
They're all sidekick aged.
That's a 20.
A 20?
Yeah.
Okay. So this will take some time, but it will be a success.
Okay.
A natural
But it's
20.
not going to be.
No.
Oh.
It's not going to be straightforward.
Yeah.
Queen will need some time to do this.
Yeah, that's fine. Whilst Queen's doing that, I'll then be looking through inventory, making sure everything is
Yeah,
up to
just
date.
restocking everything. Yeah. Okie dokie.
Yeah. I want to make sure we're prepared.
Jim. Mirror. What are we doing? Where are we going?
I'm boob tubing. Back to Gotham. To one of my little hidey holes and little hideouts. So I would like to boom tube down to an alleyway within Gotham. Walk out of that alleyway. I've taken off the ring, of course. Out of the alleyway, put my hat back on. To like one of those Dropbox areas, you know, one of those like Amazon style Dropboxes, and open it up. It's like one of those paid ones, basically.
Yeah.
And it's got
PO
one.
box.
Yeah, basically. Open it up, and it's got a drop bag in it. The drop bag in it will have a file, several of them, so little folder like that big. I can't really explain it. For about everybody, it's about 3 or 4 inches thick, and it's got quite a lot of information in it. And on the front, final plan basically. I'll have a plan on it, so it'll be something like plan.
So, traditionally, in Gotham, a final act. It's called a Nightfall Protocol. So this is your version of
Yeah.
that.
I was going to call it like the
a
Trinity
final
program.
contingency.
Yeah, I was going to call it the Trinity program.
Okay.
Inside the bag are 2 guns and the information on certain people's locations of homes of known villains and people of notoriety in Gotham.
Any in particular? You're going to have to give me names.
No, that's fine. I will. We had a list of people, didn't we?
So you still got Bane knocking around,
Yeah.
But he's in prison.
but he's in prison.
Yeah, I know.
Sandman's in prison.
Sandman's
Yeah.
in prison. Not Sandman.
Was it Penguin as well?
Penguin's dead.
Scarecrow.
Scarecrow is.
Scarecrow is dead.
Was he?
Oh,
Yeah, he was dead.
He was
Wow.
dead.
Cool.
Well, that's
Poison,
not good.
Poison Ivy's dead.
Yeah.
Several
Mr.
mercenaries. as well.
Freeze, we didn't
You've
establish if he was
You've
alive
got
or not.
Mr. Freeze. He is currently in prison. You've got the DD twins. They're at large.
I never thought
They're
I'd
Harley
be
Quinn's
more
daughters.
happy with people in prison than dead. Because when they're dead, they're dangerous.
I was about to say. It doesn't have to be major either, by the way.
Were you
Two-Face?
trying to
Yeah.
Clayface?
Catwoman?
Catwoman
Where's Two-Face?
is alive,
Mad Hatter?
but old, dead.
Old.
Mad Hatter was quite old to begin with.
Man Bat?
Man-Bat's alive, but not been seen in a long time.
What happened to
Victor,
Joker?
Victor Zaz?
Victor Zaz is dead.
What about Joker?
So is Calendar Man.
Joker's
He was
dead.
killed by
dead.
the Teen Titans.
Yeah. He
was
the
killed by-
reanimated
yeah.
version.
What about Two-Face and
Two-Face is
Riddler?
Hugo Strange or Black Mask?
Hugo Strange is dead. Black Mask is alive.
What about Riddler?
Would you like me
The
to
Riddler is
roll?
alive.
Get the Riddler.
Would you like me to roll
Yeah.
and see how many I have information in this folder
Yeah.
about? Do you want me to use my investigation?
Yes. Yeah, we'll go with an investigation because ultimately you're trying to track these people, which would be an investigation in of itself.
18 plus 12, so that'd be 30.
30. So you would know
How many of
the-
those would you like me to know the location of?
You
and
would know
information
the
about?
ones that are in Arkham, easy peasies,
Cool.
which would be Bane, Riddler, Clayface,
Killer Croc?
dead. You
leather
would,
bag.
You
Fi-
would know the
Firefly?
DD twins. Very inactive.
So how many?
That's just a guy with a flamethrower,
He
isn't it?
is, yeah. He's
Yeah.
just a fiery dude with that can.
You said Mr.
fly.
Freeze was alive.
Mr. Freeze is alive
So
in Arkham.
who do I
So
know?
you've got Bane, Clayface, Mr. Freeze, and the Riddler all in Arkham.
So I've got Bane, Clayface, Riddler.
Two-Face will be dead.
And Clayface.
I got Clayface.
Who else? Mr.
Bane,
Freeze.
Mr. Freeze.
Victor Zaz was dead.
Victor Zaz was dead, yeah.
Two-Face is obviously dead
Two-Face is dead.
because he's too old.
He's too old.
Victor Zaz.
Dead.
that's
So
fine.
you've got
The Mad Hatter was dead.
yeah, you've got the DD twins. They're at large.
Aren't they old now?
Hush.
They would be in their 40s, yeah.
Oh, not old then.
Yep.
Hush is alive
Ooh.
Hush is
Good.
a mad scientist.
and a fucking lunatic.
Cool. So I've these people I know where they are. So Bane,
And
Clayface, Riddler.
What about the abomination thing that as well that took Superman to the limit?
Doomsday.
No. Fuck, he was a Batman villain. He was like a zombie.
Oh, fuck.
You know who I
He's-
mean, don't you?
He's Frankenstein's monster, DC version.
Swamp Thing?
I can't remember his name.
Things immortal.
Solomon Grundy?
Solomon Grundy. It's the one.
Is he alive?
He is alive. Unknown location.
Did you say Hugo Strange was dead?
Hugo Strange is dead. Yeah, he ran Arkham for a while and he
So-
was quite old to begin with.
Out of these, who do I know from this file?
All of them.
All of them. And I know their locations.
You know the locations.
Thank you very much.
You said Hush was about. He
Hush
seems
is
like
about.
he seems
his
like a monster.
location is unknown.
Which one?
Oh,
You know he's alive, but you don't know where he is.
fucking hell. There isn't. Is there a new version of Catwoman knocking about?
No.
Deadshot?
Deadshot is dead.
Nah.
Aged out.
So, Now I have the information and I have my folder with all the information. I'm going to set a watch, my watch, for the 2 hours that I have. In fact, I might even make it 2.5 hours. Give myself 30 minutes, extra. Put the guns in, put the grenades on, and stuff like that. Put them all underneath the blooming suits. And I'll make my way to Arkham.
Okay. So we'll leave you on your way to Arkham. I'm assuming you're walking, busing,
I'm not
public
far.
transport.
I'm not far.
On the bus.
No,
I love the fact that
So-
there's a bus stop outside of Arkham.
What I would imagine
Dodgy. That would
is,
be, yeah.
because
Dodgy.
I've set up this protocol very, very thoroughly, that boom tube would have landed there for a drop box, which was probably a street away from Arkham.
is on its own island.
Oh.
It's separate from the city.
You
I
probably
can
boom
still
tube there, though.
No. I'll have to get my way there soon.
You can use public transport to get
That's
there.
fine. I
and
will.
Remain kind of inconspicuous.
That's what I'm going to do, basically, until I get there. And I will just sign it off. So, once I've got that all collected, I set the alarm. I will then just buzz one person and one person only. Because I trust you enough to understand what's about to happen. You won't know what the actual protocol is, but I have a feeling that other people that potentially are on the thing might be. And I will just say, Rumble, we've got 2 hours before the potential end of this universe, or the potential end of the heroes of this universe. I'm activating the Trinity protocol.
Go ahead.
I like to think she didn't hear it, but she's just like, go ahead.
Sorry? Excuse me?
I didn't quite catch that. What?
So did everybody hear what you said, but I would only understand the Trinity part?
Oh, so you
Okay.
put it over all comms, but you've explained what the Trinity protocol is to Rumble.
Yes.
I
She
am
would have
fully
known
aware.
my information.
Okay.
I trust you the most
Yeah.
out of everybody. You know what my Trinity protocol is.
So, just as you kind of finish saying okay, comms go dead.
Cool.
All of them.
Oh, no.
You can see kind of like, you hear this kind of screech in your ear,
Yeah, the critical.
like the signal getting lost, like, and then it dies, and you get no sound from it.
Right, I'm running to Tawny because I'm still on the ship. I'll run all the way from there to Tawny. Do you know what's going on?
No, let me find out. And she whips out her wrist and starts tapping away. At this point, you hear the front doors to the Hall of Justice open into the main hall. And Superman walks in. That Superman.
Oh, thank God.
You literally said Superman. I'm like,
Sorry. That Superman walks in.
Back.
Tawny goes, "We've got a problem.
What is it?
Watchtower's down.
Fuck.
And your boob tubes are not working."
Shit.
oh, public transport is going to be murder for me.
How many of them are up there?
About 30.
You can't fly 30 people back down here.
They'd also have to survive in space.
Yeah, they can't
Oh,
breathe.
fuck.
Sorry.
Green Lanterns. We've got all the Green Lanterns and all the other colours, didn't we? All the other colours.
We don't know when they're coming.
You don't know when they're coming. You've seen there are 2 confirmed on Earth. Him, who
And
you
the
can't
random
communicate
ring.
with.
No, we saw them
And
all.
there's Grog,
Yeah, he brought them
who
all
is
with
here.
him.
There is
said he's got them.
Oh, right,
Rallied.
okay.
there is
and
also
ready.
the ring that shot out of Humphrey's thing as well.
Yeah.
There's another Green Lantern on
So
Earth
there
somewhere.
is a lantern on Earth,
Right.
unnamed, that said it's going to find a new host.
Right.
But you've only got 2 confirmed lanterns on Earth, and you can't communicate with him.
And he's gone off now.
He's in Gotham.
But you knew what
So
he was
it's
doing.
just
You knew
you
he was
two.
activating his protocol. So if you knew his protocol, you'd know he'd be going to Arkham.
And other places.
And other places, but you know that would be one of the destinations he'd visit at least. So
What's the likelihood any of these superheroes have mobile phones on them?
They don't carry them.
it's in me bads.
Android
Bollocks.
users. All of them.
Fuck.
No, but I got an Apple Watch.
Okay,
I've got a
I'll
Zune.
come running through to see who come through the door.
Yeah.
And I see
And you see Superman in front of you.
We've got a problem.
What's happened?
All comms are down. Watchtower's gone down. Which means we've got 30 people stuck in space that can't breathe.
Which means that somebody else is in the system.
Probably. Tawny's working on it.
And you hear from the other side of the room, no one's in.
That's technically worse.
She.
So
You can
nobody's
hear her tapping
hacked
away.
the system.
We don't know.
This isn't a software problem.
That's not a
Tawny
software problem.
says to you,
It's not a software problem, so somebody's doing something.
But there's
which means
but
it's physical.
Yeah.
right. So somebody's. Where's the source of all the communications located? Is it the watchtower?
watchtower.
So something or
That's your
someone
comms
is.
and your boom tubes.
I mean, would it have taken much for for the bad
No.
Superman to fly up to the
No.
watchtower and
No, it wouldn't.
blow it up?
It wouldn't have took him anything.
No, because it wouldn't have took me much. So
We need to see what's going on. Do we have a telescope?
no.
love that. Off we go.
Why can't
Let's
we
go
have
to
a-
Los Angeles and go to the
Why
observation.
can't we have a telescope to look?
Because this is just not something
You'd need
superheroes keep.
a very powerful one.
I do have a monocle.
Wait, you've got supervision. Can you see that far?
You can't increase the length of his vision.
Oh.
He can see through things.
The
melting.
issue would be that if I fly up there and it is the other Superman or all of them,
Yeah.
then I'm up against it. And
He's also bringing the party to us.
But we've got 30, basically kids up there.
I know, but what were they going to bring to the fight anyway?
How long would it take my ship to get up there?
A few hours.
Fuck.
They wouldn't
dead.
have offered enough to this fight anyway.
And
Oh, that's not nice.
I'm just
your ship's not equipped for space at all.
essentially, if they were to join the fight, they would have been cannon fodder. Let's be honest.
Or they're just going to die up in space.
The life support systems, if the space station is still there, will maintain them for
A little bit.
probably months.
Yeah.
With what's left.
But not if a Superman and Black Rings are there killing them.
Then they're already dead.
I don't know what to do.
Can I see the stations intact?
You can go and have a look.
I'll
you'd have to get pretty
do you
close.
one courtesy. I'll see if it's intact as best I can, but I'm not getting close.
No, I understand that. We can't lose you. I just don't feel that we should give up on 30 children.
I'll have a look.
I can't really help them.
No. You've got no information.
But
at all.
I do have a thought that you would know.
I'll go up and see if I can at least just make the shape out.
Yeah. So you fly up. I'm assuming you slow your speed
Just,
down a bit.
yeah, massively. Yeah, I'm
to
only
not burn.
just if I can
become
see
a
it.
fucking bolt of
No.
fire flying through an atmosphere.
Nope.
So you zoom up. This will take you about 10 minutes.
Yeah,
to
I'll
do.
rise a bit and just have a look.
So you've got 10 minutes to do whatever you want to do.
Right, I'll go back to Tawny. Is there anything you can find out?
I'm working on it.
Yeah, you do you. Are you
Can't help him.
are you sorted for keeping Paula coming back and forth?
Yeah. This is
Yeah.
separate. This machine isn't attached to anything.
No, I do think that if this is the Black Rings, that if they're gonna start fucking around with that, they're gonna start fucking around with other things. We need to get, once Paula comes back on the last time, that's it. We need to shut this off. No more back and forths.
Okay.
I do have something you would know,
Yeah.
because you are smart enough to know this stuff. The SETI program has the ability to track all the satellites in space's Earth orbit, so they would know if one went out of orbit or went out offline.
Okay.
So then you would be able
Well, it
to
is.
see.
We know it's offline
No,
ourselves.
I'm not on about signal. I'm on about if it's out of alignment, if it's been destroyed,
Oh,
if
okay.
it's gone. Basically, they would be able to track that through the SETI movement of satellites.
Cool. I say that, Tawny.
That's what I'm on about. Tawny would have known that as well.
Yeah. So she can be checking that.
Also,
Yeah, so
the
you want
US
us to check,
government
like-
have that ability as well.
Weighing satellites and
Yeah.
all satellites.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's going
Do
to take.
you not think
a
that
bit.
something like
Yeah,
the
that's
Watchtower would
fine.
not be on anyone else's systems, though?
It would still have
It's
to be there.
massive. It would.
Okay.
It would be visible with a telescope.
Oh, okay,
It's
fair
not
enough.
hidden.
They would have to keep that tracked as well because
Yes.
of the fact that.
So
it would,
at this point,
shit.
you would be close enough. You
Yeah.
can see the watchtower. There's no flames or anything coming from it. There is some debris, but it looks like it's standing.
Okay. I'll come back down. And I'll land and I'll let you know. I'll just... From what I can see, it's still in orbit. It's still standing. There's
Okay.
slight debris around it, which means that there could have been an impact. Maybe just the comms have been knocked out. That's it.
Okay. Well, Tawny's checking everything. What we need to do is make sure that we keep an eye on what's going on there. I think this fight is coming sooner than we thought.
And where's Kid Flash now?
She's still in the future. She's coming back. I've told Tawny this is the last trip while she's out there. Once she comes back, that's it. That goes off. We can't have her going backwards and forwards anymore. This fight is soon.
Do we know who else she's bringing?
No.
Have I missed anyone else since I've been gone? Who
Death-
have we got now?
Deathstroke has just turned up. Her mother sent her.
Right.
She's now in the training room with Lashaynes.
Yeah.
We have the Bat family, Older Terry, John Constantine. We have Sky and June and me, Tawny, and we do have Green Lantern.
Do we know who Doom is?
He's a Mexican Superman. That's as much as I can give you because I've been a bit distracted.
He is here, isn't he?
He's in the room with Tawny. I've come out to see you.
Okay. I'm just going to step through to Doom. And I'm just going to ask him. They're telling me that you're a Superman. Explain.
I'm more of a Superboy. I'm a direct clone of this world's Superman mixed with some Mexican hero in me.
So you're not as strong as an original, but you've got some potential there,
The only thing I can't do is fly.
which could be a serious disadvantage. Okay. That's fine.
But I can leap a building in a single bound.
Okay. I'll walk out and I'll head to the training room to see, just to observe Deathstroke and make sure that is actually her and stuff. I'll observe her. I'll observe LeChains and stuff. And
Yeah.
see how he's getting on and if he's actually improved.
So Lashaynes is
Arse handed to him.
Lashaynes is exhausted. He has been pushing himself training, and he's kind of having a bit of a break, downing some water or protein drink or something that's got to keep him going. Deathstroke is a machine
In the simulator, yeah.
in the simulator. She is running through. Right now, she's training against probably Teen Titan styles power levels, and she is defeating
Easy.
3-on-1, 4-on-1, and she's
Far
upping
too
her-
strong for that, yeah.
She's upping her kind of to see where she can get to before it becomes a sweat for her. But right now, she is effortlessly just through rigorous training, form, combat skill.
LeChains, just get in there and one-on-one.
Against,
Yep.
is she okay with this?
Doesn't matter. She'll handle it.
Okay, Madame, and she nods, assumes a stance, and they start going at it. He's doing okay,
Okay.
but
Just a test of his level.
he actually does really well.
Okay.
He disarms her,
Oh.
takes both swords
Oh.
with his chains, using them as like whips and grabbing tools, stuff that he's learned from this simulator. But ultimately, he loses this fight. But it goes on for a good
But he puts her through her
10,
paces.
15 minutes of
Okay.
running through.
I'll just nod and I'll just be like, keep it up. And I'll walk back again, back into the main hall. Back to you, I guess.
Yeah. Right. Do we know where the Bat family went?
Gotham.
But where in Gotham?
They would have gone to Wayne Manor.
Okay, right.
Would
I'm
be your
gonna.
best bet.
Right. I'll announce to the room if anybody wants to come with me. Right. I'm gonna go to Gotham. Go see the Bat family. I need to pre-warn them of what's gone on. Of course, they can't comms us. I'm heading out now. If anybody wants to come.
I'll walk back in. I've heard what you've said.
Yeah.
Who's in this room?
Everyone.
In the main room.
Everyone. Kid Flash isn't back yet.
No. So Tawny will stay here.
Tawny's in here as well. Terry's in the main room. Lashane's and Deathstroke, they heard you. They want to help.
Yeah.
So they've come through.
Yeah.
So you've got the entire team minus Kid Flash
Yeah.
behind you.
I'll walk into the infinite treadmill room. Tawny's in there
Yeah.
at the computer.
Yeah.
You're through a doorway, I assume.
The doorway will be open. I'm literally.
Can I see you through it?
Yeah.
I'll call to you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the information, and I'll laser the entire infinite treadmill.
And I'll take control of Superman. The treadmill gets destroyed. Superman does one punch to Tawny. And she into a wall, knocked out. Superman goes into the main room and he just starts wailing. Roll for initiative.
A natural 20.
Natural 20, you're first. You can have 2 rounds for a natural 20.
Just
The team got one more.
Just an FYI, there is no helmet of fate to be seen.
Well, we're fucked.
What's your plan?
Right. So where are we? So I'm stood.
So it's a large room.
Yeah.
You're stood
I'm
doorway,
near the doorway.
toward which would be the right of the room where the treadmill was.
Yeah, that's
Superman
treadmill.
is in there. He's just knocked out Tawny with one punch into a wall.
And Doom.
Doom and that lot are in the main room behind you.
Right. Okay. I will shout to Doom.
You got Blue Beetle there as well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but a very young version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Doom. Blue Beetle.
Terry.
Terry.
Oh well, older Terry,
Old
Yeah.
Terry,
and
you've
then
got-
the other
you've
two
got-
are in the simulator.
You've got the best version of Terry you could
Yeah.
probably want in this fight.
Yeah. On Superman now. And I'm gonna. Hopefully we all run at the same time. I'm gonna run, slide across the floor to Tawny.
Oh, you're not even going to talk to Apex?
No. I know that you're not
It's
Apex.
Not Apex, though.
I know that it's not
Shocker.
Apex. I'm that smart that I would understand what has just happened.
Oh shit!
So that's my plan.
Okay.
I will dodge him because I'm not a threat to him.
Okay. So you're going to have to give me agility here.
Oh yeah.
just
This
like
is not-
Apex pretended to be
There's
Superman.
no morality in anything he's going to do.
Do you know how I knew it wasn't him? Because there's no Owlman with you.
And he was, I was
10.
asking a lot
10.
of questions.
Yes.
So yeah, you could
But I wasn't
probably
there.
The benefit I'm
By.
hoping
Walk in the
here
fucking
is
room,
I've told
I'd be
everybody
like-
to go at the same time.
yes.
So I'm hoping the more powerful
Almost
ones
some
would be
comms
more of a
go down.
distraction for him
Go
to not get
without
to me.
a helmet on. No helmet.
Yeah. So 10.
Yeah. So you get by and get to Tawny.
Yeah.
She is out cold.
Right.
She is bleeding
Yeah.
internally.
Yeah.
Your wrist tells you she is.
Yeah.
She is done in this fight.
Right. Yeah. Got it. There's no other exit from this room?
Nope.
Right. So they would all really, right now, they'd be distracting him.
And he's
But they're going to on their turn. This is your turn.
Yeah.
and he's
Something like
made
that.
sure that Deathstroke and LeChains are exhausted as well.
Right, I need to get her.
He asked Doom his
Queen.
power level.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do my thing on my watch
Yeah.
to get Queen to be right outside that door
Yeah, okay.
for the hall. So I want to try and get from there to outside.
Okay, you've done your movement for the turn.
Yeah, I know, but I've got 2 turns.
I know. I'm just letting you
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that's one turn.
Yeah.
With your dodging Superman, and now
Yeah.
you've got a body to carry out.
Yeah. Right, who else is in this?
They can only act on their turn.
No, I know.
Luckily, they're going next.
You don't know
Superman
if
got an 11. They
Deathstroke
got a
knows.
12.
Yeah.
So they're going next.
Right. I'm just trying to think of who would be strong enough to help me carry.
Well, Doom
Get
would
her
be
through.
100%.
June needs to stay with Superman, sorting out that.
He's already judged Doom's level. He knows Doom's not a problem. I asked him, how strong are you?
Deathstroke
He can
2.
hold his own.
Yeah.
He will never win, but he can
I was writing it down.
hold his
All
own.
the stuff that was happening.
He's going to be your distraction.
Who is?
June.
June. Yeah. Right. I was thinking Constantine, but he. Yeah, I'll get Constantine to help me.
Yeah.
Because Terry is a better fighter. Constantine does not do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he's there. I forgot about him. He was
Yeah.
in the corner.
So, what I'll do is I'll try to get past Superman because I'll be behind him now.
Yeah.
So I need to try and get past him. Because also there'll be fire and stuff.
You can hold your turn, allow someone else to go, and then activate your movement.
All right, I'll do that then.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, June will go first.
Yeah.
He twists the watch, and the Superman suit
Yeah.
comes over. And he goes to grapple Superman with a nat 20.
Oh.
And you see him do, like, literally grab him shoulder and leg, flip him on his side, spin, and just throw him.
Yeah.
And it just busts a hole, this massive house-sized hole in the side
Yeah.
of the room, and Superman goes flailing out,
Yeah.
then stops
Yeah.
mid-flight, and Doom gives you the head
Right.
to
Yeah.
get the fuck out.
Right. So I'm pretty sure John's going to be looking around. He will see me do something to him. So I'll be like, right, come with me. So he can then run with
Yeah,
me.
so
yeah.
that'll be Constantine's turn then, is
Yeah.
helping you get out.
Yeah.
I'd say you'd make it as far as the door on your turn.
Yeah.
The others just kind of ready themselves.
Yeah.
They're willing to stand.
Yeah.
LeChains, you see the chains slowly
Yeah.
drop out of his wrist and hit the floor.
Yeah.
Deathstroke pulls both swords out and
Yeah.
stands ready.
Right.
Are they both at disadvantage in their
Massively.
fight?
They're exhausted.
Can I, because I've got to the door, I'm going to tell Queen through typing, because I'm not saying anything out loud, tell Queen to get, once Tawny's in there, I want Queen to get as fast as he can to Gotham, to the Batcave, wherever the fucking Bat family are, to tell them. Because he
Okay.
can talk, can't he? Queen
Yeah,
can.
Queen can.
So he can then warn them that's the...
How? The comms are all down.
Because he can talk once he gets there.
The sassy egg.
The
Oh,
Sassy
you're
Queen
going to get the
can
ship
talk.
to actually physically communicate. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sassy Queen.
Yeah.
Sassy Queen.
Frantic Sassy Queen.
Yeah. I want him to get
They're
there
fucked.
and tell them
Okay.
that we've got Superman here. And he's
Okay.
fucking
Good.
us up. We need help. comms are down. Just literally update them and get them here as soon as possible.
Okay.
They know.
How long is that going to take?
To get to Gotham,
Yeah.
it's a good hour on the egg, maybe 45 minutes.
Well, that's all we've got. I don't really have much else. Unless he can try and communicate with something there. I don't
Probably
know.
do it in half an hour.
Yeah, right. He's speeding. Right.
I thought
that's
you said
what
the
I'm gonna do.
A45. I was like, is he taking the fucking roads?
No,
There's a good team in this room to fight Superman.
I know.
to be
I'm going to
honest,
be...
so
I'm not going on the ship.
It's okay.
He's taking Tawny away and I'm staying to fight. I just needed to get her out because she is done. And I need something to communicate with them.
So you see Doom just leap out that hole towards Superman, flying towards him.
Can't fly.
No, but he can jump.
Nah, boo.
And that's what he's doing. He has just leaped
So-
straight up.
Can I just quickly ask? Originally, when Clark and Owlman were there, was that him? Was
That
it
was
actually
Apex.
That was
Yeah,
actually,
yeah,
so
yeah, the
they've
helmet.
actually gone.
Communications are broke. They went to the Fortress of Solitude and the communications went out. So they don't know what the fuck's going on.
I've just realised why you didn't fucking actually want to go help those 30 children. Because
No, really?
you were the actual
I'll just go.
dickhead that
I'll
did
go and have a
it.
little squint.
Whilst I was writing out my plan for later on, as soon as he landed, I went, "Where's Owlman?"
I did think,
And I
where's
went-
Owlman?
Yeah, and
I just
I
thought
was
he
just like,
forgot he was with him.
No. I was like, hold on a minute. Why did he land and not boom tube? Why did
Why
he
did he
know?
walk in through the front doors?
Why
Yeah.
did he also know about the communications being out and
Well,
it being the
now it's all
watchtower
being
so
explained
quickly?
to
I didn't even ask about the communications.
No, you didn't. That's what I
Fuck's sake.
mean.
I didn't even
Right,
ask.
let's carry on.
I sat here, look,
It's
and I
your
was
go.
starting to be like, I was like, this is not
Pardon?
fucking.
What's my second go?
Yeah, they're readying their turn.
Right, I'm getting Tawny to the Queen and sending Queen off. He's already got the information. I've sent it to him.
Yeah,
So Tawny on in medbay, gone.
yeah, and it closes over and does
Yeah.
its thing,
guessing-
sedates her and
Yeah,
puts drips in and everything else it can do.
I'm fucking glad I did my inventory and sorted that shit out now.
And it kind of picks up, turns, and you just hear a
Yeah,
and it's gone.
yeah.
And it's just the wind breaking around it is all you hear
Right, and then I'll turn
as
back.
it gets to Sonic.
I'll turn back to Constantine. Now we fight.
And on that note, it's time for us to chuff off. If you've got any questions or queries, you can go to our Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Hamlet Summon the Podcast. Go to our Discord and YouTube channel. Go comment, like, subscribe. Go have a chat with it in the spoilers. And I'll see you in the next episode. I've been your DM, Mr. Grayson.
I've been Superman and Superman.
And Apex. I've been Mirror.
And I've been Rumble.
Ta-ra!
Bye.
Yeah.
Together we fight for justice so bright. Apex strong and bold, mysteries unfold. Stronger than we know, secrets never told. Evil runs away when they see our might. From dawn until dusk, champions in sight. New league we unite, heroes in the light. Together we fight for justice so bright. RumbleBee so smart, flies with all her might. Brain and wings combined, keeping justice tight. New league we unite, heroes in the light. Together we fight for justice so bright. Apex strong and bold, mysteries unfold. Stronger than we know, secrets never told. Evil runs away when they see our might. From dawn until dusk, champions in sight. New league we unite, heroes in the light. Together we fight for justice.